Hello everyone, welcome to this video tutorial. In this video tutorial I will be showing you or teaching you the Laravel framework for web artisan. Now some of us have heard of frameworks for different languages. Now one of the popular framework for the PHP scripting language is the Laravel framework. We have frameworks like CodeIgniter and Cake PHP and many more. But in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you the Laravel framework. Okay, without further ado, let's dive into it. Now, but before we get started, there are prerequisites or things that you should have on your computer before you start using this framework or before installing the framework. You're going to need these things. Let me state them in Notepad, okay, for sake of clarity. Now, one of the prerequisites, you need to install what we call Composer. Let me write them in capital letter. Composer. You need your Node.js and you need the Laravel framework or the Laravel installer. You need to install Laravel. Let me use the word. Now with these three things, okay, and one more, which is the most important too, which without you won't even be able to do all this on your local computer. You need your web server. Okay, and in this case we have the likes of the Apache web server. Okay, and we have different ones for different OS. We have the WAMP, which you can also use. We have WAMP, or we have XAMPP, or you can use LAMP for the Linux operating system or the Linux kernel. Okay, so with these things ready on your computer, we can be ready to start working with Laravel. Now, for your web server, the first one on the list okay, how do you get to install your XAMPP on your system? No, I'm not going to teach you how to I'm not going to install. I already installed XAMPP, so that's a prerequisite. You should be able to do that. If you don't know how to install web server or the Apache web server on your laptop local, please send me a message on the comment section and I'll be able to create a video on that. So to get to your web server, I think it's apachefriends.org. So you could just search for XAMPP or so, and you have the apachefriends.org. You click on it, it takes you to this download page, and you pick based on the PHP version you want. So I recommend you can pick the latest PHP version 8.1.12. Okay, that's that. Download it on your system, follow the instruction, install it, and you are through with your server. Okay, then you can now start your server like this. It's going to be installed using the exe setup. Then I pinned it on my taskbar, that's why you're seeing it. Or you can search, I can look for XAMPP. Okay, can you see it, guys? This is XAMPP control panel. You open it and it should, your Apache and MySQL should start. You have to start it here and stop it. If I want to stop my server, and I'm going to stop it. So if I request if I make any request on the server or on the browser, I won't get anything from the server because the server is down. So it's running now, so I'm going to close it. I made it to run in background even if I close it. So my server is up and running. That's that. Secondly, you need your what? Guys, let me go back to the list. You need your composer. You need to install composer. This is what we will use to install the Laravel. Okay, we're going to use the composer method. Okay, using the composer create the composer creates command. You're going to see it when we get there. Okay, the composer create project command. Okay, now you're going to come to getcomposer.org. okay guys, getcomposer.org. This is the website here, getcomposer.org. You get that installed. How do you do, or what do? You click on download. So Composer is a dependency manager for PHP. So you can install it globally on your system by downloading the Composer setup here. Okay. Now it will install the latest Composer version whenever it is executed. Now, but you can also use the command line, like you see here, to quickly install Composer in the current directory. Run the following script in your terminal. Okay, that's that. So very simple. For those that are not command line, that don't really understand command line, even if you still need it in running your your Laravel server or framework using the PHP artisan server and the rest of them, you need to still know how to use the command line. Okay, but without wasting much time, I won't do any of this. Just click on the get the composer setup. It downloads on your system and you install. Follow the process and install. Like I said earlier, if you need to learn how to do that, you can chat me up and I'll create a video on how to set up your composer. Now that's two. Thirdly, you need to install the Node.js. Okay, Node.js is an open source cross-platform JavaScript runtime environment. So we need these two to run for Laravel. Now we have the long-term support version and the current. So I recommend you install the long-term support, which is stable. Okay, once that is done, you've satisfied those three prerequisites, okay, for you to get started. Now we can now go to the Laravel website. Okay, so guys, what are the things I mentioned again? Remember, you need your web server, you need your composer using this website, you also need the Node.js, and guys, you can see it on the screen there, nodejs.org. Let me paste it here for you guys to see what I'm talking about. So nodejs.org. Okay, you'll be able to install the Node.js. Then finally you move down to the laravel.com website, the official website of Laravel. Okay, so guys, while it's loading to get to the home page, so in my internet there, I'm going to open this PowerPoint for you to just have a look on what Laravel is. So Laravel is a free open source PHP web framework created by Taylor Otwell and intended for the development of web application, guys. Web application, not desktop application. And it's following this popular architecture pattern MVC. M for model, V for view, and C for controller. Okay, when we move on in this tutorial, you will understand more about this architectural framework that has made life easy and for every developer. Okay, now Laravel is a web application that is here to take out the pain from the developers or from anyone out there that loves to code. In without framework, you are going to be writing your code from the beginning, okay, and which is time consuming, guys. It's something that can imagine you need to work on a project that has time bound or that is time bound. You need to write code, and apart from the fact that you are going to write all the codes. You are going to add code, everything, without some being made for you. Do you understand? Or made in a way that all you need to do is just come, use the functionality, and a project that's supposed to take you 5 days is taking you 2 days. Oh guys, how does that feel to you? It makes life easy, and you're going to earn more cash, because imagine you that 5 days you are saving 3 days, you will use the remaining 3 days to do another project, okay, and there you get more money. So that's Laravel. We have Code Igniter, look out for that. But Laravel is one of the most popularly used framework, and is very, very easy to use. I can say that. Okay, I can say that. Though people can have different notion or notion about the simplicity of the framework. Some say Code Igniter is simple to use, and but I see Laravel as simple. Okay, so it's subjective. Okay, your own opinion. So now, looking at the next installation requirement, you need to have at least PHP 5.5.9 and above before Laravel can run on your server. You need to, all these extensions listed here need to be enabled. Are you with me, guys? So how do you enable this extension? So guys, you need to locate when you install XAMPP server, you find your installation in your local disk. Okay, so let me navigate down there. From this PC, I open my local disk C, and you move down to XAMPP. So this is the folder that is housing your web server. Open XAMPP, and you locate htdocs. No, sorry, right in XAMPP here you need to locate PHP. Okay, when you open PHP, then you look for the PHP ini. Okay, php.ini configuration settings. So in this PHP ini, I'm going to right click and I'm going to open, maybe with Notepad or with any editor that you have. So here I'm going to find one after the other. Okay guys, let me look at the list here, the PowerPoint slide. Open SSL. Okay, open SSL. Open SSL, just type in the find box here. Guys, how do? You just press Control F. Okay, and there I type open SSL and I press enter. Okay guys, look at it. My open SSL is not enabled, so I'm going to remove the comment. Now when you see this semicolon before the extension, it's been commented. So when the server is reading this sorry guys. Okay, sorry guys for that breaking for that break. Now open SSL, I can see that it's not enabled yet, so currently it's disabled. So for me to enable is just to delete the semicolon beside it, and this is enabled. Okay, similarly, if you check the PowerPoint, I say you also need to enable PDO. Okay, PDO. Now you can see guys, PDO_MySQL is enabled by default. I didn't do that. If I press enter, so there are many PDO, but let's look at the PDO that we need there. PDO PHP extension. Okay, so the extension, I'm going to go up. Pido. Sorry guys. Okay, I guess those ones. Okay, that's it. Pido MySQL. Okay, let that be enabled, or it might even be enabled on your system. Then we have the MB string. MB string. MB string. Okay, so guys, sorry, I need to go up. Okay, now I can go down. So guys, can you see MB string has also been enabled? So enable those three extensions and save. You're good to go. Control S. Okay, or you file, you save, and you close. So with that guys, you're done with your server requirements. Then we move down to installing Laravel. So to install Laravel, you go to the Laravel website, laravel.com. Then we click on documentation. So when you open documentation, under installation, under getting started, if you scroll down guys, you're going to see the steps to install Laravel. Okay, now you can use Composer to create, or the Composer create projects command. Okay, so it's very easy on their website. But don't forget, this won't work if you don't have Composer installed. So like we said earlier guys, Composer is a PHP dependency, okay, manager. Now Composer create project, Laravel, then the project name, okay, that you want to use. We're going to do that, okay. Then or you use this second global command, Composer global require Laravel / installer. Then later the next command will be Laravel new, then the folder name. Okay, so once this is done, it's going to take some time, and voila, we have Laravel framework installed on our server. So guys, I'm going to end this video here, and I want you to really understand it, so I'm not going to make the video too long. So I want you to go over the video again and understand every bit of steps. Okay, if you're confused, please send a message on the comment section, and I would respond. I will reply. And I want you to, when you see the part or the areas you don't understand, please don't hesitate to ask question. Okay, so, and I promise you I'm gonna do the next video as soon as possible, and you're going to be following it sequentially. And I think at the end of this, we're going to create a project that you are going to like. I promise you that guys, you are going to like it. And in short, not even like, you're going to love it. Okay, so I'm going to see you in the next video guys, and I don't forget to subscribe and like, okay, this video. That is if you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it guys, don't like it. But if you enjoy it, please do like it. This is just the first video on this, and I hope you do understand, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.